Thomas Jefferson once quipped, "Those who desire to be ignorant and free desire what never was and what never shall be." See, knowledge in the head is good, but if it never leaves your head and gets translated into action, you don't have power, you've got potential power. But if you take that knowledge and you put it into action, then you have wisdom that will actually change the world. There is more stuff in this world that we don't know than we do. And you know, we're all ignorant of a great deal. There's more things that we're ignorant of than the things that we know. And the things that we know or that we think we know, the more you find out that you know, the more you realize you don't really know that much. And it's super humbling, guys. Knowledge truly is power. And knowledge put into action in a daily life is what I would call wisdom. If you have knowledge and you don't do anything with that knowledge, you don't help humanity, you don't try to, improve somebody's life, you're not doing something worthwhile with the knowledge that you have, then you don't have wisdom. The whole goal of accumulating knowledge, I think, in my opinion, is to make your world, or at least your zone of influence, your little sliver of the world, a better place, not just for you, but for everybody that's in that zone of influence. Isn't that what life's all about? Isn't that what living is taking that knowledge that's in your head and applying it in your life, thereby walking out wisdom? He who walks with the wise will be wise, but a companion of fools will be destroyed. And that's why I deal with, primarily politics, because politics affects everybody's life in every single way that you possibly can think of. It's because of politicians and politics and basically Americans and people throughout the world being asleep at the wheel and being taken advantage of by politicians and politics that we have the Federal Reserve International Banking Cartel. We have the fiat currency Ponzi scheme, and we've had it for the last, 107 years? People are determining the value of your time and laboring energies. That's what that amounts to. When you give a bunch of oligarchs, a bunch of people who are pulling the levers of power and pushing the buttons behind the curtain, when you give them power over your money supply, you're literally putting in their hands the power to determine the value of your time and laboring energies. Let's face it, I don't have a fiat currency note on my desk right here, but let's face it, that note, that Federal Reserve note, is a product of your time and laboring energies. It's a representation of the hours it took for you to work to earn that. And they are going to determine the value of your time and laboring energies. Can you think of anything more completely corrupt than that? And politicians handed the keys of the kingdom over to them. That's why I constantly talk about politics. If we don't do something about politics and politicians, if we continue going down the road we're going down, if we continue doing the same things over and over expecting a different result, we are literally insane. We're driving at breakneck speed off the cliff as it is. So that's why I talk about this stuff. And the truth will set you free. Do to others what you'd want them to do to you. That applies to everybody. See, that's what I like about that kind of truth, is it's verifiable. It's objective. And if you ask somebody to be honest with their heart, hey, let me ask you a question. Would you want at 2 o'clock this morning when you're trying to sleep with your loved ones in your house, safe and secure, would you want somebody to break down your front door, enter your house against your will and without your consent, put all your family at gunpoint, kill some of your family, and steal the stuff that's in your house and leave the house? Would you like that? Nobody in their right mind. Every sane person, I guarantee you, every sane person, every rational person, every human empathetic person who has a heartbeat in their chest and a pulse in their jugular will say, no, I would not want that. Then why would you want a politician to rule over you? Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're part of the Title 28, Section 3002, 15A Federal Corporation. Look it up. It says United States means federal corporation. Politicians live to extract wealth from you. They've given the keys long ago, 107 years ago, the keys of the kingdom over to the Federal Reserve International Banking Cartel, and they're extracting the time of your laboring energies. That's theft, but they do it by the barrel of a government gun, so that makes that extortion. If you wouldn't want to be extorted, if you wouldn't want to be stolen from, if you wouldn't want to be harmed or threatened, then why are we allowing consenting to, and even casting our vote of support behind people who do the very things that you wouldn't want done to you. It doesn't make it right to ask a third party to do that thing that you wouldn't want done to you. What does that make you? What does that make me? The moral of the story in this video is, yeah, knowledge is good, but knowledge that just resides in your brain and doesn't go any further, that's not translated into action, is not something that's going to change your world. Put your knowledge into action, get wisdom, and make your zone of influence the best it can possibly be. Guys, we already know that they want to decimate the dollar, destroy the economy, bring us into a cashless society, and eventually make it difficult for us to even get food. That's why I constantly promote My Patriot Supply. Every chance I get, I turn my fiat currency notes into long-term storable food. This stuff is awesome. It's got a 25-year shelf life. And one thing we're all going to need is storable food. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. With my link in the description, you get $100 off of every order instantly. It'd be a good idea to order it while you can, because I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be able to ship this out. My link for your $100 off discount is in the description below.